anyone re-entering the home at the end of the school day should do several things. One thing I would say would be to isolate the entrance to one entrance. So have the kids come in one area. Maybe that's a foyer, a laundry room, a mudroom. I would also suggest removing the shoes, leaving the shoes at the door, maybe spraying and sanitizing the shoes, also wiping and cleaning the bottoms. A lot of people forget to clean the bottoms of the shoes. Maybe have a station set up with hand sanitizer, spray, or maybe if it's a laundry room or mud room, maybe there's a sink and a washer and dryer there too where they can wash their clothes in their hands. I would say remove the clothing from the school day and maybe place immediately in the washer. Have a set of clean clothes ready to put on. Hang the backpacks up and remove school materials from the backpacks, but leave the backpacks in that area. Spray, wash, disinfect if necessary. Don't forget about the face covering. If you have had that face covering on all day, wash it if it's reusable, or dispose of it if it's disposable. And one important thing, and I think this really is more for parents of small children and multiple children, be sure that they don't share drinks and food amongst each other. Kind of keep an eye out for that. Lunch boxes, I would just remove them from the backpack. Again, leaving the backpack hanging up or leaving it to that one room and putting the lunchbox maybe in a dishwasher. Of course, I would say wash hands. I think I've said that and we all know that. I think it's important to teach your kids about safety practices because we want to follow the CDC guidelines, follow the school district guidelines, because we want to minimize the spread of COVID-19 to others, and we want to minimize our risk of contracting COVID-19. When you are talking to your kids about health safety, I think that one of the most important things to remember is to keep the information simple and factual. Do not overshare information. Do not share opinion or rumor. Just keep facts and keep it simple, keep it streamlined. It's important to keep information age appropriate. For example, young children, very brief, simple. Middle age or middle grade children, I think it's important. They're going to ask a lot of questions. So I think it is important to be able to distinguish between fact and rumor. High school students, you can be more candid and in-depth with teaching safety, and of course refer them to the CDC website for accurate information. I also think it's important to use language that doesn't blame others. Additionally, it's important to maybe limit news exposure. I think it's important to stay informed, but you don't want to have the news on a continuous cycle because sometimes the language used can be frightening to young children. And young children with information and with explaining information, especially safety information in COVID-19, I think it's important to remember that young children kind of absorb information in waves. They ask questions, they think, they play, and then they repeat the cycle. I think it's important to model calmness. Children will look to you to see how they should act. I think it's important not to keep your kid in the dark when talking about safety information. Sometimes if you avoid talking to them, then that could possibly cause more stress and anxiety because they see and hear things and interpret things in their own way, and you just never know what's going on in the mind of a child. So it's for sure important to take the time to explain, what does social distancing mean? How are germs spread? And really get a feel of what their perspective is and what they've heard, so you can make sure to clear up any misconceptions. So I think when you are teaching your child about safety during COVID-19 and re-entering school, of course, teach your child at home, practice taking a face cover on and off. Maybe let a young child decorate their face mask. An older high school student may want to pick out their, a more stylish mask, like a sports team, or the teenage girls may like a fun print. It's hard a lot of times with the younger children, so practice makes perfect. It's teach them how to take it on, how to take it off, teach them why they're doing this, and just reiterate and practice before they go to school. I would explain to your child that everyone is different. Everyone has a different personality. Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone has a way of calculating their own risk. For example, we know with COVID-19 that it spreads in groups of people. So the larger the group, the higher risk you are. We know that not wearing a face covering puts you at a higher risk. Not washing your hands frequently puts you at a higher risk. So the goal is to minimize the risk. So you minimize the risk when you can social distance, when you wear your mask, when you wash your hands. And by doing so, you decrease the spread, you hopefully help others to stay safe, and you keep yourself safe. With children, take the time each day to play. Playing is so important, and I do mean unplugged play. Get rid of the tablet, get rid of the phone, get rid of the computer. Do something with your child that's hands-on and fun. And it may seem so simple, but play for children is a way for them to decrease stress, decrease anxiety. It helps you as a parent bond with your child, and children are resilient. They have vivid imaginations, and oftentimes vivid play or their vivid imagination allows them to escape sometimes, and it provides a sense of solace, maybe in a world that they feel like is changing so much around them. Play really gives them a sense of control over their lives.